What's happening, guys? This is TheLonewolfTech coming back to you with some more adventures in Yogcraft, and a lot has been going on, but today is going to be kind of sort of another tutorial on how to make a automated rubber tree farm. So this is something pretty cool, and is going to help us since in Tekkit, if you remember, one of the biggest things you needed is rubber to make wire, and since this is kind of a mod of Tekkit and Feed the Beast, we still need a lot of rubber. So before we get into more of the complicated things like quarries and all that good stuff, we need our bases filled, which just so happen to be rubber. So that's what we're going to be working on today. And I got most of the things already built because it is a little bit complicated. So these are some of the things we're going to need. We're going to need a logger, arboretum, and tree tap. So for the arboretum, you will see in the recipe that it needs these gold electron tubes, which are made in a thermionic fabricator. Okay, so this is a thermionic fabricator. It's just like the other forestry machines. You have to have connected to Buildcraft power. And this one kind of needs a lot of power. So if we look back in the recipe, you can see that it needs this liquid glass. So to get liquid glass, what you have to do is in the thermionic fabricator, you put glass up here, and then when you have it on, this bar will fill up and eventually get hot enough, and this will fill up with liquid glass. So that's how you get liquid glass, and then you just put your recipe in here and it will make it. So that's how you use it. Now the logger is really expensive, actually. If you look, it needs these diamante electron tubes, and it uses 5 diamonds, but we actually have quite a few diamonds now since our mining turtles have been going, so that was pretty easy. And the tree tap's really easy to make. Won't even really need to look that up. So let's get on to what we're doing today. So what I did is set up a little area over here. Took down the old rubber trees, and this is where we're going to plant our little forestry thing. So we have a 4x4 square here, and this is just showing where I want to place some of the stuff. So we need our Stirling engines down so we can have power. Just want to place those like this, and they're going to turn, so we're going to need to get our wrench. Let's just go get our wrench over here real quick. Not sure which wrench it is. I think it's this one maybe, or this one, or maybe even this one. We'll just take them all. I had to make them all because there's so many wrenches, and since we have all these mods installed. I doubt it's that one. Not that one. None of these? Really? Okay. Maybe it's a screwdriver we need. We probably need a screwdriver. I bet you that's what we need. Screwdriver. Iron is 6, so that's really easy. Do we have any iron on us? No. I'll just run down here and grab some iron. We're running low on iron since we built the modular power suit, so that's one thing we are kind of hungry for. A whole lot of iron. I believe this is what we need. If we don't, that might not be good. No, it's not what we need. Was I just clicking wrong with those wrenches? Is it a right click or a left click? See, it's this one or this one, I'm pretty sure. I think this one is not the right one. No. Which wrench is it? Electric wrench, wrench. Well, that's like all the wrenches. Maybe we can just break them and see if we can't get them right. See, we should be able to place this one right. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Should be able to place that one like that. That one's gonna screw up. Huh. I'm pretty sure this is the right wrench. I'm trying to remember from Tekkit the wrenches we used. One of these has to work. It might just be glitching out. That might be the case. Alright, so let me just look it up real quick. I'm sorry, this is going to take forever. This is going to be a long video now. Okay, that is the right wrench. And using the pipes. Isn't that the same wrench? That's 4062. It's this wrench. I don't want to re-log in because everything's going to screw up. Ah, there it goes. Now it decides to work. Okay, we're gonna have to place something in front on top of it. So we want our logger here, and we want our arboretum here, and we want our tree tap here, and then we can turn this engine around. Yep, so that's the basic setup. Now what we want is we need some pipes. Well, first let's see if we can't look in these guys. We can look in here. So this is arboretum. We're gonna need this humus stuff, saplings and sand. So we should be able to get some of that going. Let's look how we make this humus. So there's the humus, and it needs compost, dirt and wheat. That's kind of expensive. Or it needs this fertilizer, which is the apatite and sand, which is not expensive at all because we have found so much apatite. So what we're going to do is take some sand real quick, since I got the underwater mining upgrade, so it's not that difficult to mine sand underwater. So we'll just need quite a bit, actually, I believe, because we're going to need quite a bit of humus. Let's just mine all this up. Try to get a stack, maybe a stack. And that should be enough. Alright, so let's get out of here. I need to get this swimming upgrade for my power suit. And it looks like it's nighttime, so there's gonna be a ton of mobs. Let's get in here. We should have, look how much apatite we have. You just find, when you find apatite, it's just like so much, and you don't know what to do with it all. Alright, so that's a crap ton of fertilizer. I didn't want all that fertilizer. We need fertilizer and dirt. We should have tons of dirt stored up from mining more cobblestone, actually. We have dirt. Alright, so this should make a lot, most likely. Let's get our fertilizer in there. Boom. 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 Alright, so we can get rid of some of this stuff. Throw the fertilizer in here. Apatite back in here. So that's one thing apatite is used for. It's good to know. Let's go to sleep real quick so we can get rid of all these mobs. Here we go. Alright. So we're gonna, what this is basically gonna do is the arboretum is going to plant trees, and then the logger is going to cut them down, and with the logger we're going to use the tree tap to take out the resin, or actually we're using the tree tap to take the resin out of the trees, and then that's all going to get piped out from the logger to a chest, and it's going to be pretty awesome. We won't have to worry about sap or rubber trees for a long time, so that should probably be enough. Sand maybe, I'm not really sure. This is actually the first time I've done it. Alright, so are you gonna come over here, creeper? To hit you. No big deal. So in the arboretum we want this humus. I'm not sure how big the radius of this is. Probably really big. Or we might have to mess around. We want sand in here. I guess it's not gonna let us put sand in there. And we need some saplings, and we want rubber tree saplings. So let's see if we have any rubber tree saplings. And we got 5 in there. I think there's one random one in here. And we should have some in here maybe. God, that's so many bees. We have seriously too many bees. We have 3 chestfuls. There's another one under the facility now. We need to get that worked on. We got so much things going on right now. Alright, that's that. Now what we want, tree tap's going to do its thing. So what we're going to need is some pipes coming out of the logger. Just give me a second real quick. I'm trying to look up how this is supposed to be, how it's supposed to look, that is. Alright, so we need pipes coming out of the logger. Well, actually, let's turn this on. Let's get it going first so we can see where it's going to lay this humus. So we're going to need some buttons. We need cobblestone for that. Well, we got one lever. Let's get some more cobblestone. Just break some of this. We're going to replace it real quick. Alright, so sticks, cobblestone, boom. Try to replace this so it looks nice, somewhat nice. Some regular stone. Okay, so then we need to get our sticks, or not sticks but levers. We're gonna need some coal. Do we have any coal on us? We have a little bit of coal. 12 in there, 12 in there, whole bunch in this guy. So let's turn this on. Stirling engines are going to be a little bit slow. We can go to combustion engines, which we might do since we have all this oil, but I'm not really sure we have the need for it. So this should place some humus sometime. Should do. So we actually don't need the tree tap on yet, or the logger. So why aren't you, do you really need sand? Ah, there it goes. So this is a radius. It places it in by a 13 by 13 radius. So 6 this way, 6 that way, 6 that way, and 6 that way. So this is going to place the humus, which kind of looks like dirt in this texture pack, but not exactly like dirt. And it should place saplings on top, hopefully, when it gets going. So after this gets placed, what we want to do is place, we need to take pipes out of the logger. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is pause the video here and let this guy finish his building. And we can get back when he's done. Alright guys, the arboretum has finished up planting. We actually need some more saplings. So I cut down a few rubber trees over here that we had planted to hopefully cross-pollinate some new trees. So they've dropped a few saplings, it looks like. Any more? Probably not. I'm not sure why we're not getting any saplings. I'm not sure if we don't have like the right texture pack or something. But maybe that can be figured out in the future. Alright, let's get out of the water. Alright, so we already got one tree that grew, which is good because we don't even have the logger on. So let's throw some more saplings in here. We can turn this guy back on so he'll plant the rest of the saplings. Now what we want to do is lay down some pipes. So we got some cobblestone pipes here, and we're just going to, 1 second, I had a image of how this was done. So we just want to come out of here and not get it connected to the steam engine, and continue it outside and under the humus, so we can put all this stuff in a chest hopefully. And now that's gonna get going, and we want to connect some more pipes. So what we got is some diamond pipes and iron pipes as well. So what we're gonna do is, out of the top comes saplings from the logger. So we want to pipe out saplings, not with an iron pipe though. Where did that pipe go? There it goes. And we want to pipe out with a cobblestone pipe right there. Then we want a diamond pipe and another cobblestone pipe. And we want to connect these all up with, well, we actually could do this the other way. Let's do it on this side. Yeah, this is gonna work better. And then we want pipes come out down here, connect here, and we want to trade this pipe out with an iron pipe. Alright, so let's go over this. Do we have our wrench? Yeah, we still got a wrench, good. So we can change that around. Yeah, it should be good. Now let's go over what's going on here. So out of the logger, out of the sides, comes logs, and I believe that's it. So logs will come out on the side of the logger, go down this pipe, and go out and eventually to a chest. Now out of the top comes saplings, and if you're using out of the top will come saplings, and since we're using rubber trees, it will also come sap, and also what will come out of the top will be apples if you're using like oak trees or whatever. So what we got is a diamond pipe that we are going to tell to make sapling go to the chest, which would be green, and then we want resin to go to the chest, and then we need a sapling to go back into the machine. So now this is kind of weird, because if we just put a regular rubber tree sapling in here, it won't work. We have to use one of these saplings, which are a little bit different apparently, so make sure you just grab one of those. There it is, rubber tree. We want it to go to yellow, I believe. Yep. So we'll send that guy back to yellow, so that's going to go back in the arboretum to be planted. The sap is going to go out this way down the pipe, and this iron pipe is going to keep it from going back in the logger and going that way. So let's turn the rest of these machines on. So this this resin machine should extract all the resin and put it in the logger, I believe. So all this should be working. As you can see, the logs are already coming out. We're going to need to make a chest, which I haven't done. And it must be nighttime because there's a lot of mobs. So let's make a chest. We can just make a small one right now. I want to start using iron chests so we can upgrade them when they get full. We'll just put this baby here. And now, hopefully we'll see we got the log coming out of there. And not sure if we see anything else coming out yet. We saw sapling go somewhere. Looks like it got back in there. Oh, it came out, so it didn't know where to go. Where did that sapling go? We want it to go to yellow. All saplings go to yellow. Why aren't you going to yellow? Maybe we need a different sapling. Let's see, this is 62636.1. We want to grab one actual sapling. See if we can't grab a rubber tree sapling. Hopefully, maybe. We want just a regular rubber tree sapling. Rubber tree sapling. Yeah, that's that weird one. So it should work. It should go to yellow. But we need a different one. And this is going to produce sand too, which we can pipe out as well. Just with another, I guess, wooden pipe. No, I don't know. We'll figure that out in a second once we figure out this sapling issue. We need a sapling. Let's see if there's one that still landed out here that we didn't pick up. Hopefully there is. No, there isn't. That's not good. Those must be cross-pollinated trees. Maybe. I'm having a feeling that we just don't have the right texture pack. Oh, there's a sapling. Okay. Do we pick it up? Looks like the same one. Or the logger must have picked it up. Okay, let's turn off the logger. And here comes another sapling. Do these stack? Yeah, they do. Okay, so those aren't working. Let's turn off the arboretum. And this guy. Try to get a real sapling. So if we break this one, what does it say it is? It's a... Okay, we're going to have to go find a real rubber tree sapling, which might be hard. We're going to have to go to the new island over here. Thankfully, we have our flying armor. Where is it? It's over here. Alright, we're looking out for rubber trees. Rubber trees, rubber trees. They have 2 leaves sticking out at the top, so they shouldn't be that hard to see. There they are. We just need a sapling. Hopefully really quick we can get a sapling without being completely murdered by spiders. Get out of here. Good thing we got this this armor. Alright, so sapling please. Hopefully this will work. I'm betting they're a different kind. Okay, we picked up one. No, they're the same one. So why isn't it working? Just make sure. Can we get another one? There's one. Yeah, so they're the same ones. So let's go home and see what's going on. This should work. I'm not sure why it's not. We could just technically pipe it back in, because apparently it's not being accepted. Not to load, please. I need a house. There we go. Alright, so let's see. It's got to go to the yellow and not to red. So what if we just take that out, and it should go default. Maybe. Let's go ahead and throw some more saplings in. We'll keep one just in case. Let's see if this is gonna work. We should have quite a bit of logs. We got 6. Not any sap yet, which is kind of surprising, because it should be getting sap. I'm not sure why it's not. We're probably going to need to figure out some coal or different method to power these, because we will run out of power quite soon if we don't. Let's see. Arboretum, are you going to plant and grow some trees? Maybe? Let's see what's going on. Again, this is kind of finicky, I guess you can say. So, see if the logger will grow trees, maybe. Come on, grow something. Let's grow a tree. We're gonna need some bone meal. Do we have any bones? We got some bones. Alright, so let's throw some bone meal on there. Get some of these guys to grow. Will they grow? Nope. Apparently bone meal won't work on these. I'm not sure if we can throw bone meal in anything. Would be nice. Again, these are all kind of forestry things, so they're not vanilla Minecraft. They're completely different. So that's why it's not really working that well. Should be really working though. Let me just come back when I figure it out. Alright guys, I figured it out. So if we actually look in the Too Many Items mod, we see that the item ID of a rubber tree sapling is 626, and the ones that that it was producing was a 626.1. So what we have to do is, what I just did is I just spawned in a 6 point, or not the 0.1, and put it in here, and it seems to work just fine. So make sure you keep note of that, and it should collect all the saplings. Did one just drop? It should collect, the logger should collect it, I believe. There it goes. See, you can see it going through the pipe right now, and going back into the arboretum, which is exactly what we want. So we'll just throw the rest of these saplings in here, not in that slot, and there we go. So everything's working so fine. There is a rubber tree logger right here, which does not have a recipe, and there's also a rubber farm, which also does not have a recipe. Of course, you can look them up online, but from what I read, they're basically the exact same thing as a logger, like the exact same thing, except it has a different name. So this setup will work. Works just fine. As you can see, we already got some resin and a whole lot of rubber wood. So what we would want to do next would be to set up a extractor out here to extract the resin into rubber, and maybe do whatever we want with the wood, and probably make some more chests. But this is going to keep on going a little bit slowly. You will have to check and make sure you empty out the sand in here in the arboretum. You could set up a system to pipe out the sand if you truly wanted to. And yeah, you need to fill the engines back up with fuel, excuse me, so they would keep on going. You could just use like a Yogcraft converter or whatever it is, and use industrial craft energy to power it. That's probably what we're going to end up doing eventually, but yeah, it works for now. So if you found this video helpful and you want to start your own rubber tree farm, make sure you give it a like and subscribe, and I will be seeing y'all later.